Hey guys, this is Holly and welcome to I Learn Gazlowe Part 1. Bit of a false start there. Had a bit of issues with the stream, but I think we're doing okay now. At least here's hoping. We are playing Gazlowe today, so I'm going to do a quick recap of my intro reel here because I just did this, but I'm going to do it again. Last time we got Jaina to level 6. And that got us to player level 5, which unlocked a rare loot chest, which we were pretty lucky to get a Gazlowe drop out of, a rare hero, so that makes sense. And then the way I've been doing this, I've been streaming HOTS for a few days, or a few streams now. I think this will be the 4th stream. And what I said was I wasn't going to buy any heroes. I was only going to play heroes that I owned, and I was only going to get heroes by getting them through loot chests. And then whatever heroes I ended up getting, those would be the heroes I'd have to learn how to play. And I actually was giving up a little bit of hope until that last loot crate, and then we got Gazlowe. Now, I've never played Gazlowe before, and that was part of the whole thing, is I wanted to try and learn heroes that I, wouldn't normally play with this kind of weird, I'm only going to play what I get out of loot chests strategy. So Gazlowe's a choice. We'll see how this goes. I've done a bit of research. I've looked up some of his strategies. I've looked at his talents. I've looked at his abilities, done a bit of reading. So I'm interested to see how this goes. I'm gonna really try and learn how to be a good Gazlowe player over the next few streams. So we need to play some AI games for our daily quests, and that seems like a great place to start. Assuming everything's okay, I'm just gonna double check, and it looks like we're back. Chat is saying things look good. So I'm going to just say we jump back into it. We're going to go to the Tolhi channel. We're going to invite people to the game. If you want to join in at any time while I'm streaming, you can always just go /join and then the Tolhi. And then I usually just invite people from this channel. If there's more than 4 people, then people are usually good about rotating after a few games. So I'm going to try and get you in. Join in for some viewer AI matches. Looks like the stream is golden, so that's good. Just getting everyone in here. Probably should have done this off camera, but that good solid 30 seconds. Oh, not yet for Lil Yarn. All right, so we're just gonna hit ready on AI games. I need to make sure I switch it to the right one as we slowly figure out how Gazlowe works. I'm going to wait to talk about Gazlowe till we get into game. Well, I'll give a rundown of all of his abilities and what I've kind of figured out thus far. Sounds like people may have to go to my main YouTube channel. Hopefully people figure it out. I didn't double check Twitch either. Twitch may not have went back online right away, but I can see it's live on YouTube, so we're just gonna go with this. All right, Tomb of the Spider Queen. It's not a great map for Gazlowe, at least to my understanding, but we'll see how well, it's bots, so it doesn't matter. So we collect the spider bots, we turn them in, and we summon web weavers, and they push the lanes. That's the map. Twitch always fine, always. I don't know about always. So let's see. We've got Johanna, Artanis, Tyrande, and Sergeant Hammer, and Gazlowe. Should be some good zone control between me and Sergeant Hammer. So Gazlowe is a specialist. It's a bit of a mixed bag. The reason I'd never played much of him is he's a little weird to get your head wrapped around. I think I've got a better idea now after doing a bit of research on him, but he's generally considered one of the lower tier heroes. Like he's a rare pick. People generally tend to pick other heroes that do similar jobs more than Gazlowe because there's a lot of other heroes that do the job better than he does, is my understanding. Now, I'm no pro player. I just play for fun, but that's my basic understanding. So as soon as we get in here, come on, Artanis, Draco. There we go. We got our 3 abilities. So we've got our Q, which is basically putting down a turret in a small range around us, and that turret will fire at the enemies. Shh, it's not. It's fine though. It's fine. We're not pro. So right off the bat, probably going to try and go for... Oh man, so tier 1's pretty interesting. So we got our Q, we can put down a turret. W is a death laser, which we charge up over time. And then the longer we charge it, the more damage it does. But it has that fairly lengthy charge time, and we can't move or root it while we're charging it. Our E is an explodium charge, which we throw out, and after 2.5 seconds, which is a long time, it explodes, dealing damage and stunning anyone within the radius. And then our D ability is we can scrap our turrets. So we're gonna throw out this explodium charge here. That'll explode, stunning enemies. Normally, most player characters would move out of it. So we can put down these turrets. Now, when the turrets die, or when we use our D ability, our trait on them, they drop little tiny screws, which we can then pick up. And they give us a 30 mana, and our abilities recharge 3 times faster over 3 seconds. So we can just pop that if we don't need it, pick up that, and we get some mana back. So generally, you want to be moving up your turrets and destroying them as you no longer need them. And then positioning them really well. I think that's part of Gazlowe that I've never really understood, is just his turret placement, like trying to figure out where exactly you place a turret to be most effective. And then when you should be scrapping them and when you shouldn't be scrapping them. Like I put that one down there and it just immediately got blown up. So probably not the best placement. And then using your explodium charge near your turrets to stone them away from it is generally what I understand to be the right choice. Okay, so also on our 1 we can direct our turrets to focus a specific target. Okay, so now talent 1. The reason that this is a hard choice. So our explodium charge does 10% more damage per target hit up to 100%, is good for making this deal more damage, but it would be hard to hit heroes because they can move out of it so easily. Increase the mana restored by 100%. Normally our turret costs 70 mana, so by getting this one we can almost refund an entire turret cast just by scrapping one. So that's generally pretty good. Cooldown reduction is 4 times instead of 3 times. Again, pretty good because we're going to be able to cast our abilities more often as we pick up that scrap. And then regeneration, which I'm not a huge fan of. So I think for this game we're going to try going for explodium charge, and we're already at level 4 as I went through explaining all of those. So now we'll be able to clear lanes a little easier, which is a choice. At level 4 I should be able to start taking merc camps as Gazlowe, which, if I understand correctly, is one of his main appeals, is the ability to leave a lane, let your team soak the experience if you're dual laning, go take a camp, and then come back and push with that camp pressure. And then using these turrets as a way to tank a lot of that damage. And then as the turrets get destroyed by tanking, we pick up those little scrap, and then we can put down even more turrets. And then without losing much health or anything, we managed to take this camp fairly quickly in the early game. So we scrap both of these, pick up the screws, and then we keep going. Now, for level 4, I'm going to try going with hired mercs on this one. We'll see how that goes. Or we could go just straight for an explodium charge build. So options here, we can make it so that every time we do a basic attack, we increase the duration of our turrets so they last longer, and after 300 seconds of extra time, the cooldown is reduce the cooldown by 3 seconds. I don't really love the idea of that one. Reduce the exploding cooldown by 2 seconds, and if it hits enemies, gain 2 charges of rockets, which potentially could let us place way more rockets. Enemy minions that die have a 15% to spawn scrap, so that's good, so that we could potentially get more scrap just off of random minion drops. And then hired goons, which powers up friendly mercenary camps, and also reduces the damage that they deal to my turrets by 50%. So I'm going to make these mercs empowered so that they're going to do extra damage, which is pretty good. Oh, almost got her. Oh, nice. Toronto picked it up. Web Weavers got picked up. Good. Excellent. And we are at level 7. So level 7, we can make it so that our targets attack multiple, but it's in a cone. So it's only 60% extra to 2 additional targets as well. We can make it so it slows by 20% for 2 seconds. And we can make it so our death laser charges twice as fast and reduces mana cost by 30, which is pretty good. Pretty good indeed. We're gonna wreck this, grab the scraps so that we can get our cooldowns back a little bit faster. Then we're gonna put down another one of these. We're gonna put our explodium charge down on the tower. We're gonna try not to die. We're gonna scrap this one, pick up the screw. We're gonna try and put this down so it can actually hit the building. Then we're going to put this down so it can hit the building, and then we're going to explodium charge there, so as Varian tries to back up, bad things happen to him. Like that. Okay. And then I'm going to take the slow on our turrets because Gazlowe has no real form of escape, other than if we were to take Robo Goblin as our ultimate. So giving our turrets a slow allow us to put down turrets and make it so it's a little harder for enemies to chase us down. I'm going to go Robo Goblin for this one because I think we're going to win anyways. Robo Goblin makes it so that you do bonus damage to non-hero targets. Oh no, sorry, it just increases our basic attacks by 100%, so we just hit harder, making us better at just hitting things. Now we do 320 damage per auto attack, which is alright. Put down some of these. Target you. I'm going to die. So we can also activate Robo Goblin to give us armor. Still shouldn't have re-engaged. And a 30 armor and 30% movement speed for 4 seconds. Which can be good to help with those escape problems that you might run into with Gazlowe, as well as make him a little bit more tanky for team fights. Let's see, who do they have? Does Varian still have that point and click stun? I feel like they removed it. So one of the options here is when you're stunned or rooted at level 13, you can make it so that you drop a bomb at your feet, which is pretty great versus like Butcher or some like anyone who charges in and roots are slow or roots or stuns when they attack. Then basically you're going to deter them from continuing to fight you when that bomb drops. So that's pretty good, but I don't think they have anything that might do that. So instead we could go for we slow heroes by 50% and stun non-heroes with our laser, which would be pretty alright. That charge time on that laser though, without that level 7 to increase it, it's pretty difficult. And then we can make it so we have a death laser can be charged for 1 second to increase, 1 additional second to increase by another 100% damage. Probably just this one. Just gonna put down some turrets. Okay, and that's up to 13. Pretty quick versus the AI match. Kind of covered most of the basics pretty quickly, but that's generally where Gazlowe ends up. Sergeant Hammer, wrecking it with most of everything. Just doing most of the work there, it seems. Not even on the board. Well, that's fine. First game of Gazlowe. Oh, I didn't thumbs up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm on a different train of thought right now, which is let's continue talking about Gazlowe's talents real quick here. That's probably going to get me level 2, which is going to give me yet another loot crate. We get an epic at 25. Let's open this up and see what we get. Some voice lines for Vikings, Genji emblem, portrait, duplicate of a diva voice, and rare skin for Zeratul. I'm not gonna reroll. I'm kind of low on gold right now, so we'll take that. Let's ready up again for another AI match. So at 16, we could pick additional charge for a turret, so we can put down 3. We can pick it up so we have increased range while I'm in their attack range, so that they can shoot further. And we can pick it up so we have an extra charge of the explodium charge, which kind of where I'm leaning right now. And then at level 20, we can make it so our basic attacks do another additional 100% damage and passive gain 25 armor, which is pretty good. We didn't pick level 10 talent Gravel Bomb, which basically after a 2-second delay pulls enemies to the center and deals 251 damage, which you usually want to combo that with your Explodium Charge. So you throw down the Explodium Charge, then Gravel Bomb, I believe is the correct order, and then they get pulled into the Explodium Charge, which will then stun them as well as you do that damage. It helps set up some really nice combos with your team. And then at level 20 you can increase the radius, so that's pretty good. And then we'll look at the other 20s if we get there. Okay. SHIRE. Picking up a Chromie. Alright, so last one we kind of went over the talents. This time I'm going to just do a little bit more of a focus on actually placing stuff rather than talking about all of the abilities. There's a lot to talk about with Gazlowe. I've been trying to learn all of this stuff. And part of the thing I'm actually kind of really happy about doing this video is there's not a lot of really quality video content. Not that I'm really saying this is super high quality, but there's not a lot of info on Gazlowe. Like there's not a lot of people talking about him, mostly because he's probably a lower tier hero. But yeah, like trying to figure out how to play him, I didn't find a lot of video content. Some good documentation builds, but not a lot of videos. So maybe someone will find some use from this in that regard as well. Didn't really get a good understanding of him last time. So we're going to just keep kind of going with this Explodium build. I kind of like it. Seemed alright. Versus SHIRE, we're going to have siege camps here and here. So once I hit level 4, I'm going to try and go off by myself and deal with those. In the meantime, we'll try and push out the lane until level 4. We're going to stick a turret. See, so here's the thing, right? Is if I put a turret up here, that means that they may push us back and I may not be able to pick up the scrap. So if I put it here, it's a little safer so that I can get that scrap when I need it. Explodium Charge is pretty good versus bots. That 1.75 like stun it's pretty solid. We'll throw another one down here. We'll throw down another turret. We'll have all the turrets attack this one first. Pick up this. I want that one as well. Draco's tanking this. Oh, and we're out of ammo here. Okay, so we're gonna Explodium Charge this. Killing those. And doing that damage. Alright. Did this one expire? Okay, the one I left back here did expire and I didn't end up picking scrap from it, so that wasn't super useful. Explodium Charge these minions, which should get cleared pretty quickly because we're doing 10% more damage for each minion hit. Okay, gonna try not to get myself killed. I'm waiting for these minions to push in, and as soon as the minions push in and start tanking the damage, then we're gonna put down these turrets, potentially doing more damage. Explodium Charge, laser, clearing off some more of these. I'm going to put down another turret, tanking some more of this damage. Okay, trying to pick up as many of these screws as possible. I think we're going to lose, so we're going to back up. Oh, dragon's here. Never mind. Okay, so this is the thing with Gazlowe that I don't like, is normally with like Jaina or someone, I'm usually paying a lot of attention to like the map area and like trying to keep track of like where all the enemies are and whether or not I'm too far forward. With Gazlowe right now, just because I'm not used to the character, I tend to be way too focused on like just keeping my turrets up and rotating them properly when I should be focusing on like the whole map as well. So just a little bit of learning curve there, which, I mean, all heroes. Okay, try and hit as many of those as I can. Probeast is going to get hit by that Explodium Charge, which at level 7 doing like, what was that, 600 damage, I believe? It's not bad. Okay, so we're going to pick up the slow again. We're going to grab this one. We're going to pop that. We're going to grab that. We're going to throw down a turret here. Another one here. And then another one here. And we're going to Explodium Charge. I didn't really hit all of them. I got rooted. Okay, backing up. Okay. So they're not going to be able to do that. So I'm going to back up and I'm going to grab a camp real quick. So generally camp-wise, I think the right approach is to throw this. Oh, I didn't mean to attack that. We're going to throw the Explodium Charge, put down a turret. We're going to place down a second turret. And we're going to focus one at a time. Because if we can kill one faster, that's better. And the turrets are taking less damage from these guys, which is also good. Then we're going to put down another turret and focus this one down. Okay. Now I want to walk these guys in, so we're going to go with them here. I could go, probably the better option would have been to get the other merc camp first, but I also like pushing forward on their stuff. Okay. This turret isn't going to do much for us now, so we're going to grab it, reduce our cooldowns, put down another one here. Explodium Charge the minion wave. Okay, not bad with the placement. I'm trying to like pre-launch it so it'll hit them as and have them walk into it. I'm attempting. I was gonna put down a turret to hopefully slow Probius, although it went for the turret targeted the pylon instead of Probius, which is less than ideal. So I gotta make sure that I hit one and focus targets when I really want something like that to work. Okay, there's more screws. Also, screws drop when structures die, so generally a good idea to do that. Believe the cooldown reduction stacks too, so it's a good idea to... Oh man. Are we at 10 yet? We are. Okay, I didn't grab Robo in fast enough. I was going to try and grab my Heroic and then run out of there, but wasn't fully paying attention. If I had to pick that up sooner, I would have been better. Oh man, I almost got those guys with my turrets I left behind. The turrets do some real damage, like, especially when they're slowing the enemies as well. Like, they hurt. The trick is placing them properly. And the positioning is what I'm probably going to have to get used to over these next few streams. And making sure to be aware of everything. So we're going to grab these mercs. Hopefully I can hit them at least once before they grab... Oh, I thought they were going to grab the dragon sooner. I just wanted to grab these because once the dragon is activated, all merc camps disappear. Oh, I can scrap these and pick it up without having to dismount. That's good. It's good to know. Okay, so we're going to come down here and we're going to try and capture this. Shouldn't be too hard, seeing as it looks like the bots have moved top. Chat brings up a good point. Do the turrets hurt, or is it because it's AI and you're over leveled? I mean, they are primarily your main way of doing damage, though. That's the thing you gotta like keep in mind with the turrets. So if we get stunned or rooted, I probably should have grabbed my other turrets before coming in here on this. So at level 13, also the other nice thing about, even if you don't get stunned or rooted, I forgot to mention, it also increases the radius of the charge by 30%, which makes it a little easier to hit as well. Probably could just go for core, but I'm just safely attacking this right now. Okay, we're going to scrap these, pick up that and that. We're going to throw down some turrets. We're going to throw that down there. Also, that pairs well with the increased radius pairs well with the with increased number of targets hit, increases the damage of Explodium Charge. because then with a bigger radius you can catch more targets like this. Okay. Still over by 14. We're playing, we know what we're doing, and we're playing against bots, but I'm starting to get a little bit of a handle of what I'm doing, which is really why I wanted to play these games. PvP is when this is going to actually get a little more like, hey, I'm probably going to not do so great. So, well, I got some merc camps. That's cool.
Epic.
On the board. I like being on the board. Okay, played a couple games as a Warcraft hero. Here we go, readying up. I was looking at level 20 talents earlier. Yeah, increases damage and radius of grab a bond. Level 20, we also have firing laser, causes all of Gazlowe's rocket turrets to fire a mini laser of their own, dealing 137 damage. And then raiding scrap, which activate to create 5 scrap around Gazlowe over 5 seconds, which I think it just rains out all around him. Oh, Liarn is requesting to join. Okay. No wait time because everyone's here and we're playing against bots. So immediate launch into game, which is kind of nice. All right, one more bot game for the quest, and hopefully concrete some of the concepts I'm kind of working through with Gazlowe, and then we're gonna play some PvP. Then we'll really see how much I've actually been picking up. I imagine it's gonna take me a couple streams before I feel pretty confident with Gazlowe. But the more I've read up on him, the more I'm like, there's a character here. There's a character that I think I could enjoy. There's a play style. It's not normally what I'm used to, because like we played a bunch of Jaina recently over the last 3 streams. And Jaina I really like because if your team is not like focusing on like clearing minions and getting experience, you can roam between lanes and pick up a lot of experience just by dropping blizzards on the minion wave. Like that lane clear is pretty good with her. Oh, okay. This is probably not a great map for that because the mercs in this map just explode when they get near buildings. So these mercs aren't really going to benefit too much from the hired goons or the Sylvanas' merc buff.
3, 2, 1.
Sadly.
Fight.
Whichever lane you want, Liarn, that should be fine. I'm just gonna go top and hang out by myself, I suppose. I'm still not feeling the mana issues, like playing properly, not using abilities rashly, just kind of doing, you know, some careful play seems okay so far. Oh man, losing that turret right away. I want to pick it up for the scrap and then back up. So I'm not minding that. The cooldown reduction probably could be interesting. I mean, let's maybe try that. Let's increase our cooldown reduction and see if that's helpful. Let's explodium charge that. Okay. Not ideal, but it worked. Yeah, mana regeneration I'm not really having a huge issue with. We should put down more turrets. I'm going to drop that, get another one. We're going to drop this one and pick that one up as well. And then we're going to try and move up and just start placing turrets in range of towers. Yeah, picking up that cooldown reduction makes it feel like I can put turrets down whenever I feel like it, basically. Which is a neat feeling. I think I placed that one too far back. Okay, we're gonna explodium charge here, and then place a turret to keep the minions from walking too far forward. Okay, towers are up. We're going to move down.
The altars in my name.
Ideally, as Gazlowe, it'd be good to place down a couple turrets and like get set up even.
Choose a tower. This tower shall serve the ring.
Okay. Try and hit Illidan. Explodium charge.
Triple kill. Well,
I was trying to run from the Sergeant Hammer. I didn't expect Tychus to be standing there. Okay, so if we're not going to go for hired mercs on this map, let's try reduce, reuse, recycle, where enemy minions have a 15% chance to drop scrap, which will also increase our cooldown reductions. So this may give us some mana issues with this build, because we're going to be placing abilities so quickly with all this cooldown reduction that we may run into some issues. Oh, we hit 7 already. Let's try and grabbing hyperfoil, the increased charge speed for our laser. See if that helps. We're gonna drop one of these. We'll drop one of those. We'll see if we get stunned. Yeah. And then pick up this. So what is the cooldown? So this is a 12-second, and we have it charge faster and reduce, but it's still a 12-second cast. Okay, so the laser is 12 seconds regardless. There's a time lapse area. Okay. Okay, so that's where the laser comes in handy, especially with that quick charge. It's just picking up some kills like on that Sergeant Hammer. Okay, we're gonna grab that, and we're gonna move up and put this here. Have it focus the building. We're gonna place another one down, have it focus the building. Because of cooldown reduction, we're gonna have another one go off, and we're gonna have it focus the building. I missed one that the building dropped there. Okay, we're gonna scrap all of these and get some mana back. And then we're gonna go try and take a camp. Now let's try gravel bomb at least once here.
Another tower under my dominion. All 6 towers. Commence bombardment.
Okay, get that mana back, get that cooldown reduction, head down here, and it looks like they're trying to fight this, so we're gonna just move up and place some turrets, keep the enemy back, place an explodium charge, place this down, try and use our laser, walk forward, pick up that scrap that just dropped off of one of our turrets, which is going to give us cooldown reduction so that we can use our laser.
Double kill.
We just stand here, waiting for a target to reveal itself. Or we could go get shrines. Let's go get shrines. Alright. And then grab the scrap here so that we can have our laser ready sooner. That's not really the way I want it to go, but it doesn't seem like it mattered too much. Oh, we're going to lose this.
I am lord of this one, and it is not stolen.
Yay, we win. Okay, still not looking at the map enough. Map awareness is really bad on Gazlowe right now, but I think I've got a pretty good handle of his mana issues, or keeping his mana issues under control. Turret placement is not ideal, but I have an idea that I'm placing them in okay spots, mostly so I can recover the scrap if need be. Placing charges I could be better on, but I'm kind of getting the delay timer down. And then the laser on that last game, I'm starting to get an understanding of like when I should be using that. Okay, let's try some PvP games. All right, we're gonna jump into... It's actually funny, I feel like at this point, watching this video is probably not gonna be helpful for new Gazlowe players. Oh, there is Couch Goblin in here. Does anyone want to rotate out to see if Couch Goblin would like to join? Would someone mind rotating out? Oh, wrong button, but that's fine. All right. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate the rotate, just because we do have a Couch Goblin in here who I've not seen before. So welcome to the stream, or welcome to the party at the very least. Just had that realization. It was like, all right, let's do this. Hit ready. Let's do PvP. And it was like, you know what? We should probably check. We should probably check to make sure there isn't someone else here who maybe wants to join. Just because that's fair. It's a fair way to do things. Also, before this stream, I realized that in the live stream corner, it's kept pointing out that there's something called Super Chat that I could enable or turn on or something. So I may have also turned that on. I don't know what that really is, but it's enabled. So if anyone sees that, that's a thing, but I have no idea what it is. Kind of curious. Okay. Liliarn, still don't understand what priorities when. So generally staying in lane and just trying to get experience is a good idea for most situations. Just early game, you want to try and get that experience. Around level 10, getting experience isn't as important, but you do want to stay competitive on it. Objectives when they pop up, so in this one, when the controlling the shrine stuff comes up, that's what you should be doing, is trying to control the shrines so that we can grab the Dragon Knight. Merc camps are kind of more like if someone else, so like as Cassia, you probably don't want to necessarily go do merc camps by yourself, but if someone else is doing a merc camp, you may want to join. And that's more if there's downtime, like if the lanes are pushed out and it's not safe to go super far forward, then you probably want to go get merc camps instead. Especially if like people on your team are on respawn timers, then you want to maybe carefully try and take a merc camp rather than pushing forward and potentially getting killed. And then once you get to about mid game, you generally want to like team up and just move as a team and like have fights.
10 seconds.
And I agree with this. Cassie is probably the best person. Who are we fighting? We fighting Nova, Sylvanas, Karazim, Muradin. Probably want to go with the laser type build again. I don't mind the idea of that. We're going to go cooldown reduction one more time. We're going to drop this. We're going to zone them away from my turret. Okay, do that damage. Have all my turrets focus him. We'll drop down an Explodium charge, get them to walk away. We're going to explode these turrets, pick up the scrap so that we get that mana regen. We're going to move up and place 2 more turrets because of all that cooldown reduction. And we're going to focus the towers. Shoot, I should have scrapped that and picked up the scrap. I'm going to go back in. Bad idea. Shouldn't have done that. I'm going to take a ton of damage for it. Okay, and then we're going to drop that down there. We're going to make them back away from my turrets. We're going to have this focus him, or try to. I still have more turrets I could be placing. That's the other thing, is I feel like I'm not placing turrets enough. And we're going to pick up Karazim. Okay, good. Okay. And then Explodium charge. Which will help pick up those. Okay, so they got all of the...
I'm going.
They got all of the shrines. I should be helping with those. See, map awareness. I'm still not seeing it. Out of mana for placing more turrets. Okay, so this is where the mana problems are going to come into play with Gazlowe. Also was way too far forward. I assumed, seeing as they were fighting over shrines, I would have free reign to walk up, but that was not the case. We're going to take... We're having mana issues. This map's probably gonna be good with hired mercs. I'm level 4 now, so I can start taking merc camps. There's an objective going right now. I probably should be helping with that, but I'm gonna see if I can pick this up instead. It's a choice I'm making. Probably better just to auto attack than to use Death Laser. I'm just wasting mana in some regards. Yeah. Okay. So I'm not helping with these team fights, but I am getting mercs, and then I'm going to try and push them into the lanes while we're fighting over these shrines. So as long as they don't get the objective, this is probably a good idea, because they're going to keep fighting over little team fights that don't matter while we actually get stuff done.
Well, that was
Okay.
rather entertaining.
I was mostly just using that to keep her out of stealth, so that we wouldn't have any issues with that kind of thing, but... I was like, if she came back at me, I would be able to drop her out of stealth using my damage ray. These are both out of position now. I could have placed them more center so that they would have been more useful. We can grab this. We can put this turret down here, which will be able to hit the building. We can put another one here, just safe placement. Putting them that close together probably makes them more vulnerable to AoEing. We're going to place that down there so that they can't fight my turrets as easily. Trying to zone them away from them. Okay, so then we're going to make it so our turret's slow. Oh, and while they're dealing with this push, we managed to pick up Dragon, so that's good. So now we're going to come up here and we're going to support Dragon by placing some turrets, doing our general's Gazlowe type things. We're going to throw this down here, we're going to do this. We're going to stand back here, but then Death Laser so that we can potentially catch minions as well as hit some heroes. I hit my map by mistake. Okay, then we're going to place some more turrets because we've got turrets off cooldown. Okay, we're going to leave this one back here, and then that way if someone comes in, we can deal with them. We're going to move another one up forward, though. We're going to throw down an exploding charge on the wall and some of those minions. Let's try and focus that Nova clone. No, let's focus this building. Zarya's trying to come in. We're going to push her back. We're going to place another turret. Okay, pick her up. Then we're going to try and hit anyone who's escaping like that. Killing Sylvanas. Okay, and then we keep pushing. This one here I think I am going to scrap. I'm going to actually go back here and we're going to deal with these guys. We're going to place the turrets on the left side. That way if something goes on, we can deal with that. We've got teammates coming in, so this is going to come in real quick. I put them on the left. That way if someone comes in, we could potentially scrap and run. But we've got things under control. So we should be able to take this building now fairly easily. Watching the map, we're just... okay, I need to place a turret so it attacks that instead of me. Right, playing the game. Okay. We're going to go for Gravo Bomb for these reasons. That's not real. Okay, these siege camps are still going, so we're going to try and push forward with them a little bit. Toronto's weak on mana, so we just need to be careful of that, but that should be fine. Where are the merc camps? They just spawned. You can look at your own mini-map to see where the camps are, so placing it there, I knew that they'd be walking into it soon. Okay, so we're keeping ahead. We're still level 10, they're not, so this is going well until that. That was bad. Place another turret. Focus Zarya next. We want to back up. That's probably not a bad idea.
The dragon awaits, heroes. Free him and destroy your enemy.
Place these as we go to helpfully keep them away from us, slowing them a little bit. Just retreat. Okay. I'm going to drink from the fountain, and then I'm going to take this merc camp. I'm going to let the team know that's what I'm doing, because it's a good delay before they hear me. But they already know. They know what's up. They know how to play the video game. I may actually want to back entirely. Also, we're not actually contesting the shrines in any way right now, which is less than ideal. We're just going to want to keep them off because we're not going to be able to...
We must strike this hero down.
This thing is heavy. Kill switch engage.
Zarya's over there. We're going to stand back here and try and zap.
A killing blow.
Oh, good shot. We're going to place this down here and then... not... Okay, I got to remember that the turret placement is actually very much in melee. So we need to keep that in mind as we do things. I want that scrap, though. Okay, got that. Okay, we're gonna make it so if we're rooted or stunned, we're gonna do some attacks, or we're gonna drop some bombs as well as increase the radius of them. We're gonna place some turrets. They're all over the place.
Your killing spree has ended.
I was gonna try and grab a bomb them to keep myself safe. That's unfortunate. We should be able to pick this up though. They're not actually moving forward to stop the pickup of the Dragon Knight. Doing okay on experience contribution. How am I doing on damage? Competitive. Oh, I've been missing chat. Okay.
That was rather entertaining.
What just happened? Why did all my turrets shoot lasers? I thought that was specifically a level 20 thing.
Slay this hero. You are hermit. No. Hey, thanks.
I'm not sure why that happened. Alright, I'm gonna take this merc camp.
I say we take this mercenary kit.
We should be able to take it fairly easily. The whole team's here. Pick up that, walk down here.
Give them the class.
Yeah, I'm not sure why my turrets are suddenly firing lasers.
Shrines shall awaken heroes.
I don't think that's normal.
An excellent tool.
Yeah, even if I fire that in front of him, he still has more than enough time to run through it. We're gonna grab this, and we're gonna pick it up. And then we're gonna push down this with our hub of our turrets. I'm actually going to try and destroy this wall, because destroying this wall is going to give me a screw, which will allow me to then place more turrets.
Activate the shrine. Take the Dragon Knight's power.
Okay.
An enemy keep has fallen. Choose a talent.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I don't think I can take him on. Alright, we're gonna back up and we're gonna grab another fountain, and then we're gonna take another merc camp. Because if we've taken the because if we've taken the hired mercs talent, we should try and make good use of it. I think I'm going to take a second charge of Explodium. Get some mana back and then keep pushing. Okay, they didn't contest too much on the dragon. We've got middle. Looks like a bunch of them are bottom, so I'm going to stick with the team. That seems like the wisest move. We're going to toss down a turret here, put it a little further back. That way if they engage too hard, we've got a bit of separation between them. We're not even going to need it. I'm going to drop this one, pick this one up, drop this one, pick this one up. That's going to give me a ton of cooldown reduction, which we're going to then use to drop some more turrets up forward, dealing with these walls. We're going to Gravo bomb here, and then that went well.
Killing spree.
Do another Explodium charge. Get some mana back and also reduce cooldowns so that we can do even more Explodium charges. Look how fast the Explodium charges are coming in. And then that's probably going to be game, because we've got 3 of these siege camps as well. We're going to drop this here. That way if a minion wave spawns, we'll hopefully catch some of them. GG indeed. Yeah, I kept competitive with damage.
Well deserved, heroes.
Gazlowe. Figuring it out. Figuring it out. Draco Wrath carrying the team with damage, siege, and hero. Damage taken, siege, and hero.
Epic.
Did the job of getting those merc camps. Feeling pretty good about that. It's just a little weird, like, shifting playstyles. Because, like, even Jaina, I could take merc camps too. I could take experience. I just burst heroes down with, like, in team fights. But Gazlowe's just a very different experience. Not bad, just very different. Another loot crate. That's the nice thing about getting to play a lower level hero, is we're going to get a lot of these loot crates coming in. No rares whatsoever. That seems like a reroll. Ooh. Choices were made. Good choices.
Legendary.
Some good choices were made. It's a good reroll. Alright, let's go here. And it's time for a new mount. As we go mount, mechanical, the Amber Spectre Phantom. Did I read that right? Yeah, Amber Spectre Phantom.
Anyone order a one-man wrecking crew?
How we doing on people here? We could cycle someone else for Finna LMAO. You guys are so good with just like, I'm good, I can cycle. You guys can choose whichever one. We could probably... Let's cycle Draco. Just because I'd like to see how we do without Draco, because Draco was carrying us a little bit. So let's see if we can get you back in, and then we'll do another run. We'll just keep cycling.
fucking groove.
Amorphous can be next, and we can bring Draco back in. Yeah, it's a nice legendary mount. I never use my sprays or anything. What are his other things?
What's up?
That's a choice.
Grind in gears. Yeah, let me check. No. Oh, totally worth it. Oh yeah. Who's the man?
None of his voice lines really appeal to me. It'll depend on the team comp. This is on team comp. Fox is on. We'll rotate Fox in on the next match, seeing as we're already queued for this one. Cassia's ultimate, probably Ball Lightning. If I remember correctly, Cassia's Ball Lightning's probably the right choice. The other thing I was gonna say is for like timing and stuff, also sometimes it's a good idea to know when it's to just like leave a team fight, but that's something you'll learn as well as you play. We're fighting Cho'Gall. Okay, Ball Lightning, what is her other, no, Ball Lightning's still probably the right choice, even if there's like 2 heroes as 1 hero. Haunted Minds I should do pretty amazing at. Haunting Mind is Haunted Mind should be pretty good. Leadman00, I'm assuming you're asking how do you queue with me? You go to HOTS / join the Tolhi. And once you're in that channel, I will slowly add people and rotate people around, and then we play some games.
Our enemy will try to exploit our weaknesses. Show them
Oh, I'm down with that.
Who do I shadow? Probably still Cassia. Yeah, I would say still shadow Cassia.
Battle commencing in 10 seconds.
I don't know how I felt about that cooldown. Like, I felt like I could constantly be placing turrets, but I didn't always have the mana. I'm going to try going extra TNT again, which is the wrong choice because they have a Cho'Gall, meaning you have the 1 less target for me to actually get benefits out of extra TNT. But choices were made. Maybe we try going for more of a TNT build in general and see how that goes this time. Cho'Gall's bottom. Grab that vision. Can we have some people rotate down? Not bad placement on that charge. Not seeing much rotation yet, so I'm going to grab that and walk back. Do some damage. Try a death laser. Not ideal with Chromie shooting stuff at me. It's going to make this a little harder. Taronda, if you want, you can rotate bottom and help put that your mark on Cho'Gall, making him a little easier to fight with that hunter's mark. I should be fine dealing with this on my own. The Chromie's a little scary, but should be fine. Still didn't get out in time. I knew it was going to be coming in soon, though. Mines are opening soon, but that should be fine. We could try and take a camp. I'm gonna stay up and actually. Oh man. I'm just getting hit by every one of those. We're gonna fountain. People are starting to go into the mines. I'm gonna grab this, and then we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna dodge some chromie blasts. And we're gonna hit those, grab that, and then we're gonna go into the mines ourselves. We're gonna set up as they follow. I thought I was gonna time that a little bit better, but we did not. Oh, Cho'Gall's coming from this side.
Choose a talent.
He's trying to target me down. Picked up Charism, that's not bad. I'm gonna grab some scrap, and then we're gonna pop back up, and then probably deal with this real quick. Grab a regen globe, potentially push out the wave a little bit, get some more experience for our team, and then get healing fountain in 20 seconds. Don't feel like taking the Merc gain one on this one. A little concerned about getting ganked. We're gonna grab this scrap and back up, and then go get that regen or that fountain. I'm gonna reduce the charge time on our TNT just to see if that helps, and it's gonna give us more charges of our turret. I'm gonna come help deal with the boss golem. Okay, here they are. So we're gonna put some of these down on this side. Oh, he's gonna totally destroy my turrets. Oh, we're gonna get some scrap. Rest of the team isn't really here right now. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I don't like where I'm standing. They're gonna come after me for some reason. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get away from this. Unless maybe. Unless maybe. Alright, so, we went exploding charge, exploding charge. I'm still gonna take that slow because even there, that slow by placing the turrets would have helped me escape a little bit easier. Wouldn't have had such a hard time. They really pushed us out hard there. We should be able to push back. I'm gonna head into the mines and see if I can set something up. No, this is a bad idea. Alright. Let's defend their golem because it's bigger. We could try and take this camp, especially if everyone's here. Okay. Get our mana back and our cooldowns. Cho'Gall's here. Oh, good timing on that mark, but he immediately got out. Oh, stun. Stun's bad. I'm gonna get Fountain and then push back on this. Looks like they finally took out our golem, but we should be able to push in here pretty hard. Let's get rid of these mercs by doing an explodium charge. Let's pick up some more scrap in order to get our cooldown reduction going so that we can push forward and then retreat. Let's place that there so they can't follow too hard. There, place that there. Focus one target. Let's focus Tyrael for now.
More bones.
Okay.
I must retreat.
I feel like I should back as well, but I think I could. Oh, there's camps up top. I'm gonna go deal with that. Mount up and then ride for the winds. I'm gonna take Robo Goblin because there's gonna be a lot of times we're down in those mines and that we might be by ourselves, and I just like that idea. How are we doing? 20 seconds until camp. Oh, we got Cho'Gall. That's good.
The dead rise again, hero. Dead.
Just trying to get more scrap so I can put down more turrets on this push. I don't see anyone on the board, which makes this super risky, but I think we can get this, and then we're gonna just scrap. Then we're gonna sprint out of here. Nope. I thought I could get away with Robo Goblin. I could not. I really thought I had that with Robo Goblin. But it's only a 30% movement speed. It's still not a huge amount. It's not a great escape. Nah, it's a great escape. Sorry, just checking things. Making sure they're still alive. Alright. Excuse me. Let's head into the mines. Where we are getting killed a little bit. Yeah, we're getting killed a lot. I don't think I'm going to be able to save him. Oh, good stasis. Okay, picked up Charism. We're going to scrap these, get our cooldowns back, and then probably grab this camp. Oh, right. This is another really great reason to get Robo-Goblin on this camp, or on this map, is I just do extra damage to everything. I really should have got a note of that. I shouldn't have tried to fight boss by myself, but I saw that their healer was dead, and I thought that was the right move, but I should have worked with the team, not by myself. Looks like we may still... No, we're not going to pick up that Tyrael. Looks like we're doing okay, actually. I was about to say maybe I'll go take Merc camps, but with Cho'Gall down, that's two of their heroes, really, so we should try and take advantage of this, which it looks like we're doing. We're just going to push him out like so. I do more damage to this thing, so I should be hitting it. block off his retreat, or try to. No, still not. I need to get that away sooner if it's going to be actually viable at like deterring them from going a certain direction. Let's get a camp. Do I get stunned and rooted by this team?
Golems, rise and let loose.
It looks like he went for judgment, so yes. Oh man, we clear camp so much faster with Robo Goblin too. I'm still gonna take this just for the extra radius. Oh, excellent multi-stun using that Apocalypse. Oh, good job, team.
Fight with such passion.
That top one is pushing on our tower, but that's fine. I say we push with this. The Charism has an ability where once you die, if he has the palm on you, then instead you live and you get a portion of health left back. Man, I'm just getting destroyed by this chromie attacks. Just like that. Like, I'm moving around erratically too, but she's still doing a really good job of just like hitting me with it. 16, we're gonna pick up a second charge, seeing as we already have all of these talents for the TNT.
And so the moon golems down to dust, as they say.
Okay. I should be taking more camps. They're all alive though, so any camp taking is risky. I'm gonna let the team know I'm going here. I see them all bottom, so hopefully we're okay. I'm gonna try and take this quick. Oh, they're all going there. And by there I mean bottom keep. Or bottom fort? Bottom fort. Forts are the front ones, keeps are the back ones, I believe. Okay, I'm gonna get this camp as well, or at least try. Let's ping. Okay.
They will surely feel this loss.
Let's get this camp as well. Looks like they might be trying to push top while we're busy taking camps, which is not a bad idea. We should probably be defending. Gonna pick up both of these, and then we're gonna come help team with this ambush. Gonna throw down a turret to help slow him, but we don't even need it. We're gonna go take their camp because I can do that pretty quickly as well.
I believe that.
Cho'Gall's dealing with camps on bottom, so we're gonna just let him do that and just keep an eye on him. Just a few more hits. All right. And then mount up, and then, oh, wrong button. I went to try and use my scrap ability. And then Cho'Gall takes that. Meanwhile, we're in the mines, so I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna take this. Gazlowe, just taking all these sappers. Super annoying. And then scrap, and then grab this, and then move down here to get this sapper camp, which will be back online. Put a turret down, put a turret down, put an explodium charge down, and then just start hitting this. All right.
My golems, and unleash your boundless anger.
Hey, but he did it! I've never done it. You are terminated.
I doubt we're gonna be able to do anything to him. Yeah, no, he's just getting us to chase him around down here. We don't need to. I'm gonna instead push into their side. There's Chromie. Hey, Chromie. I'm gonna ignore Chromie, throw down an explodium charge, get them all to stand in it. Oh, one of them went around.
An excellent kill.
Minions are gonna be coming here. Yep.
Double kill. Triple kill. Quad kill.
Okay,
The enemy has destroyed a fort.
and that should be game.
No one can stop us.
Your enemies keep falls. Killing spree.
Get one of these scraps so I have some reduced cooldowns. So I can place even more of these. Oh man, I'm gonna get to 20. We're gonna make it so we do even more damage. Look, now we do 600 damage per hit. Gazlowe does so much damage with his sieging.
Victory!
MVP.
Man, I'm exhausted. I don't know if people can tell my commentary has just gone down to like, I shoot the things. Oh man, I got so many camps. I got so many camps. Yeah, Divine Palms were just on point from Karazim in that game. I'd give a point, but you're already gone. Let's do one more. I think my commentary has completely gone out the window. I'm like focusing hardcore on trying to keep track of all these Gazlowe things, but let's try and do one more game and probably get one more level out of this. So if that's the case, Liarin left the party. All right. Let's rotate back in, or rotate Fox, because Fox hasn't had a game yet. I do not believe. Thank you, Draco. And thank you, Liarin, for rotating out. Amorphous, do you want to rotate out for Draco? Get Draco in for one more game here. I'm not actually keeping track if this is like a fair number for everyone. I'm just like, oh, rotate you, rotate you. Shouldn't need to, Couch Goblin. I think this is going to be last game. Shouldn't need to rotate. Because I am pretty exhausted. But I really wanted to do this stream this evening and see how Gazlowe went. And I'm honestly, it's going well. I mean, I'm not like making the same kind of plays that I was making with Jaina, but I feel like I'm doing things. Honestly, I've always heard that Gravel Bomb is the best choice, and I think in a coordinated team, which we could definitely be if we were like if I was a little more pinging with stuff, or depending if we chose a team comp that benefited it. But Gravel Bomb is really good for that coordinated team. But Robo Goblin just feels great for just like, I'm gonna split push, or I'm gonna take a camp, or I'm just gonna not die by activating it and running away. Like, although I haven't successfully activated it and ran away from anything yet, but still, like, feels pretty good. Overall, of the arc reactor, I didn't really feel like I was getting much benefit out of it. I didn't feel like I was rotating through charges that much quicker than I normally would be. So I don't feel like that was super beneficial. I feel like getting those turret charges probably would have been good, but I'm not being effective with my turret charges yet. Like, I'm not putting them down as fast as I could be. Oh, good night, Liarn. Thanks for playing. So until I get better at like turret placement and keeping an eye on number of charges I have on turret and making sure I'm using it on cooldown, or at least effectively on cooldown, then I don't think getting those extra charges from the from that level 4 talent is really that beneficial. Okay. A little scared of that Sergeant Hammer, but that should be fine. Sergeant Hammer is I'm gonna be able to zone her out of siege with just a quick charge, so I should probably save my charges for that. I'm not using Death Laser that much either. I don't know if I used Death Laser like at all last game, and I feel like figuring out when I should be and when I shouldn't be using that would also be super beneficial. So that's something I need to work on as well, as when am I using Death Laser? Would Death Laser be the right build for this team? Like a Death Laser build, that one I was trying with like picking up the ability at level 7. I don't mind it, because then I might be able to outrange the Sergeant Hammer with my laser. That's an interesting idea. Okay, maybe we try laser build this time. So that means at level 7 we're going to pick up Hyper Focus Coil. And so we might want to pick up the cooldown reduction so that we're going to be able to fire off that W even more often. I like the idea of that. I do. All right, let's go cooldown reduction.
The battle begins in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Actuators online.
5, 4, 3.
Because we're already getting mana reduction help from that level 7 talent as well, which reduces the mana cost by 30, which makes it basically one pickup of a piece of scrap. And then we'll probably take number 4. Hired Goons I would like to try again, though. I like the idea of Hired Goons a lot, just being able to take merc camps and then push with them really well.
I can handle that.
Or are they going to end up stopping right about... Where is it? About there. Okay. Oh no. Okay, I want that scrap though. Thank you. Let's put another turret here. They're not going to be able to push in on me. I don't know what they're doing. Okay, let's put that there. Stand all the way back here in Death Laser. Oh, I polymorphed, which triggered my Death Laser early. Draco coming in for those big plays. I don't think we're going to make it happen, though. I'm just going to walk away. That charge saved me, though. If they hadn't have been stunned by it, we would have been in trouble. I feel like I'm still getting pushed back here as Gazlowe. It's not feeling great. Not feeling great at all. Sergeant Hammer looks to be taking out Tychus fairly easily bottom. This is what I'm talking about with Gazlowe, though. Map awareness, I wasn't paying attention enough to my team and what we were doing, or how things were going. Yeah, I'm seeing it now.
Gather tribute and earn my
We were already getting pushed out top, though, so I was having a hard time trying to figure out how we were going to deal with that. I'm going to try Mercs. We're going to try Mercs on this. I have a feeling that, well, there's still 2 top, so we might be able to deal with this. Okay, poke him a little bit. He doesn't see the turret. They've still got 2 top.
None will stand against us.
So they're ignoring this, which, okay, is a choice they can make. So I'm gonna go get our merc camps. Let me solo. I'm gonna, for these early few camps, let me do it by myself while you guys continue to soak lanes. Someone needs to help top though, because top is still having trouble with that push. I like how Malfurion probably got that message right about there when he walked away. Okay, so we've now empowered these surge mercs, or these ogres, this surge camp, siege camp. That's surge camp. Okay, now we're gonna come down here and just at the edge of her zone.
Gather tribute or face my curse. The choice is simple.
Okay, tribute's up there. We took a bit of damage from that Sergeant Hammer, which is unfortunate. Laser charges faster, which will help versus this hammer. And in general. I'm going to do way more damage down here, but... Oh, they're still not put... The variant's still top. They should be fine without me, and it looks like they're pushing Falstad back. So I'm going to stay here, and I'm going to push this. And we're going to push this up a little bit more. We're going to drop out a charge. We're gonna put down another one of these. We're going to pick this one up, and we're going to grab that. We're going to put down another turret. We're going to pick up this scrap. There's a bunch of team fighting happening now, but I kind of want to get this building, but we should probably go for this. It's too late. I should be helping with this, but I'm not. Okay, we'll empower these guys again. Death laser. Clear out those mercs. And get totally destroyed by a false stab when I should have backed in the first place. Okay. Sorry, team. I was trying to see if I could totally push back on their building and do some real damage to it when I should have potentially been helping. I know I should have been helping with that objective, but I'm trying to make use of hired mercs when really the objective is more important than making use out of a talent. Amorphous asks if I've ever considered using quick cast. I have not. Well, I have considered it. I just haven't got around to actually giving it a full-on try, I guess. It's the best way to put it. I feel like it's going to be a learning curve getting used to it, and I just haven't yet. Fountain's up. Our fountain is up down here, so it hasn't been destroyed yet, so we're going to push in with this. We're mostly alive, so we should be able to push. Man, I'm just getting taken down so fast. I tried to get the laser off as fast as I could, but I couldn't get it off quite quick enough. Brightwing has a lot of ways to trigger my abilities earlier. Target Brightwing with our turrets, I guess. I should have taken that during that team fight, but whatever. Okay.
I grow tired of your petty squabbling. Gather tribute Earn my
Go, boss.
favor.
I'm going.
Can... No? No, it's too late. I can't charge. Sergeant Hammer's just doing a way better job of sieging, and I tried to push her out, but I just didn't have the ability to do so.
Your form has fallen.
I'm gonna go clear top.
Give 'em the clamp. Yeah, baby.
My hope with that, just to explain why I was pinging boss, is while they went for objective, I was really hoping we could take boss instead, which would have given them 2 tributes to our 2 tributes, but I still would have liked that more, a little bit more than... because I don't think they would have expected it, and at level 10 with my abilities, I would be able to do that fairly easily. I really thought I could tank him with my ultimate, but I could not. Okay. So they're getting a lot more team kills. They're gonna pick up this curse because 3 of us are dead. Let's do Goblin Fusion. See if that helps with this laser build. Draco's trying to hold, but I just don't think he's gonna be dead before I even get close. I do not believe Varian is considered a tank now.
The curse falls upon you, heroes. You survive it.
Okay, so that should help with pushing back those minion waves, because we have sieges. Falstad's catching me out of position. I shouldn't have been there. So now I have to use a fountain when I really should have used it after this team fight. I'm gonna grab this camp to help with this curse. Does a fair amount of damage. We're losing people mid because I'm taking this camp instead of helping. All right.
Guess it's just your time,
I can't go that way because the whole team's there, so we have to go this way instead. And doesn't matter, I still can't get past Artanis. I should have just backed. Ugh, this is unfortunate. Morphous Gamer, I missed your comment saying the learning curve is about 2 to 3 games of experience. It's not so bad, and the difference is very noticeable. Yeah, I feel like Gazlowe would be a good character for Quickcast as well. Although, would his channel still work on Quickcast? Be curious to see how that works. Come back in. Just come back in and fight us. You know you want to. I'd still like to take boss at some point when they're not paying attention. That may be now. Nope. They 100% saw that coming. Yeah, and they just... yeah. I didn't see them on the map, and for some reason I assumed that must be because they were doing their boss, because I didn't see them around this corner, but they were just hiding in the bush. The channel does work on quick cast. You have to hold the button for as long as you want to charge it. Okay. I should have called it game at the end of the last one.
Shall we see who gathers enough tribute this time?
Okay, they're pushing top.
Choose a talent.
Put some turrets back here.
Gather tribute. Earn my favor.
Man. That swamp taunt. Splitting gets a second charge, I guess?
Double kill.
Show no mercy.
Yeah, so at this point in the game, Tychus I'm a Fox 69. Normally we can't do any type of fighting of them whatsoever without other people around. Really, we should be all grouped together, but we keep dying individually, which means we keep like trickling into fights when we can't actually fight them. Draco, we can't fight it. You can't do it by yourself. They have a full stat. He can fly anywhere he wants, anytime he wants. It's also really important in Heroes of the Storm to know when you should just give up an objective, because you can do more important things. Like, instead of taking these objectives, we could be trying to, like, take merc camps or something that we think they're not going to notice. Like, if we see 2 bottom, we could try and take this merc camp, for example, and hope that they don't realize what we're doing. And then that'll help put pressure back on them. And then while they have pressure because they have to stop and deal with the merc camp, then it's a little harder. The Sergeant Hammer now has the ability to move slightly, which means outranging with the laser is less likely to be effective. The only time that doesn't make sense for missing the objective is here when they're about to get 3. We should really fight them on this.
Upon you.
Okay. So at this point, they should be able to just win the game. They should be able to just go to core and win before enough of us respawn. But it looks like they're choosing to take buildings instead. But I think they're getting there. They're going to get to the fort, and this should be game for them. Yeah, but they could have done this right from the beginning. Like, as soon as they picked up that 3rd kill on us, they could have just walked here directly without attacking any other buildings and just taking out that core way sooner. Knowing when to, like, actually just go core is super important. The only thing that gates you is one of the back buildings has to be down, but they already had middle, so they were fine. That was rough, but it wasn't that bad. Well, it was pretty bad. It was I feel like it was on me. What are we doing on time? Yeah, I don't think I can fit in another one. I should really call it. Part of me is like, man, let's do this. Let's do one more and, like, redeem ourselves. No, I think we call it for the night. You dealt some siege damage. It's good. It's good. Ah, didn't even get the level. All right, we learned from those games though. I think laser build was the right choice. I don't think I was using it nearly enough. I'm still not using my laser even when I go for the talents for laser. I still am not using it as much as I should be, I don't think. So I just need to focus on when to laser, when not to laser. And maybe Gravel Bomb would have been a better choice there because they were grouping up and actually team fighting really hard and actually moving as a group of 5 or at least 4 when Sergeant Hammer was split pushing. And Gravel Bomb could have helped a lot with some of those situations where the Robo Goblin and dealing with the Merc camps with higher goons wasn't really working out for us. But yeah, learning. Thanks everyone for playing. Thanks everyone for watching. And we'll be back with more Gazlowe as I slowly try and figure this hero. He has a license plate that says Gazlowe on the back. That's amazing. But yeah, we'll continue to learn Gazlowe in the next stream. For now though, this is Tolhi signing out. Later guys.